Hi, I'm Don Martin with Horizon Advisors, and I'm here to help you keep calm in a strange economy. It's been a long time since investors had to worry about inflation, but here it is again in the headlines because prices are rising faster than what's expected. In this video, I'm going to talk about what this all means and what you can do to protect your portfolio. But before you get nervous about how inflation is going to impact your investments, let's take a closer look at the facts behind the headlines. First, what exactly is inflation? Even though it sounds like it's cause for panic, inflation is simply the gradual rise in prices over time. This happens because when demand is more than inflation, is more than supply, prices will go up. And if there's an external event like a natural disaster or a pandemic that makes it hard for businesses to produce enough to keep up with consumer demand, they can raise their prices, resulting in inflation. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, inflation, when it's stable and predictable, can actually signify a healthy and growing economy. Second, why is inflation rising? Inflation is rising because not only are prices increasing, they're increasing at a faster rate than what was expected. It's important, though, to know that most measures of inflation are comparing what's happening now with what happened a year ago. Remember, a year ago, COVID-19 basically took down the United States economy, at least for a temporary amount of time. So all that to say is the effects of the pandemic on the economy is really going to distort any year-over-year comparisons for some time. Third, and this is most importantly, what should you do about it? Well, it all depends on how long it's going to stick around. Most economists expect that inflation is going to increase in the short term, but not have the effect on the economy that it did in the past, which is good. Also, the Federal Reserve is keeping a close eye on things, and if they believe that it hasn't settled down in a reasonable amount of time, they can take action to help keep things in check. Either way, it's very important to remember to avoid making knee-jerk reactions. If you make a big move to hedge against inflation now, you could lose big if inflation turns out to be only temporary. If for some reason inflation is going to stick around for a while, then it may make sense to make some prudent adjustments to your financial plan. For example, if you're wanting to get some sort of idea of what your future retirement income is going to be, you may want to rethink upwards your expectations for inflation in the future. But that all depends on your personal data, your own personal needs, such as when you plan on retiring and what's in your portfolio. You see, it's not a one-size-fits-all scenario. In fact, if anything, it's a good opportunity to be able to get personalized advice from a financial professional. I've been closely watching the economy, and together we can create a plan for you that makes sense for your needs. If you have a question about what I talked about today, or if you just want to have a personal conversation, fill out the form below, down there, you see it, and send me a message and I'll respond personally. Enjoy your day.